Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sunless Skies. So in this episode, I'm going down the well. So this could go terribly, or it could go really well, I don't know. But lots of terror. First I am going to buy more people, this one. Crew and officers. And because it's the hour of leaving, it's cheaper. 5 sovereigns. Perfect. Do I have any port reports to give in? Oh yeah, that's bugged. Probably shouldn't have done that. Yeah, it's fine. Never mind. You're supposed to get more than 1 sovereign, but yeah. Do I need fuel? Gonna buy some just because I'm paranoid. That's how it goes. So let's go. I hope we don't run into anything nasty. I also repaired my ship and things between episodes. Guess we just go straight down. Just hope there isn't a... Oh, that's what I wanted to do. This is the rebels, right? The rebels? No, wrong word. Revolutionaries, there we go. There was something here that gave me... No, I don't want to join them. Ah, here we go, mingle with the revolutionaries. I have a feeling I need Savage Secrets to continue the Song of the Skies, is that what it's called? So, just figured I'd check that. I could trade these millions of mysteries I have with them, but yeah, be fine. Okay. I'm just hoping this doesn't end terribly, with my ship in pieces and me potentially dead. Ah, saying device. Every episode. One day I'll get one, honest. I mean, I could go back to the Reach and buy one, but I don't know. I'd rather not. Broken arches, sundered stones. You are ringed by ruin. Kind of feel like that's supposed to be something, but yeah, never mind. I'm just curious. Like they said, this well was like a prison, but I thought the prison was the prison. The place that's name has completely escaped my brain. Parency. Is there 2 types of prison, or is this not a prison? And I'm misremembering. Any minute now. Kind of off course. Oh, my terror's looking pretty good, so... Hello. Ah, no, it's, griefers. Oh god, there's another griefer there. Let's try not to wake them up. Nope, don't fly into the center of this thing. Alright, don't piss off the griefer. That's step number 2. I think we'll be okay. Oh, here we go with the terrible noises again. I have to audio balance the crap out of this. Oh, the Well of Wonders, that's what it's called. Your engine rocks. Caught in a fury of dragging winds. Wells are prisons, Captain. Remember that. Well, the last time we went into one of these things, it was full of nasty people. But nothing terrible happened. The air is as thick as treacle. Rocks rattle against the hull, thrown by the whirlwinds. From deep into the darkness comes a sound. The tortured whine of damp violins and rusted horns. The universe tuning its instruments. Uh-oh. Descent. Between the well's pull and the well's wind's push, your locomotive is jerked and jolted. The engine room is unbearable. But before your stokers collapse, you push through to a calm beneath the storm, a bubble of peace surrounding a floating garden. Here, a maze of pebbled paths and immaculate hedges leads only to vicious thorned bushes which surround the island. A full half of the place is dominated by Grecian-style theatre, with seats carved out of a hill to face a stage of bone-white sand, on the edge of a dream and awakening. A disturbance? ... Awake, the play will begin once again. This time my story will be told. Visitors from far away, a new taste in the air. You trespass in my garden. This is going a lot worse than last time. The silence is broken. Clumsy animal footsteps, the stench of human flesh in my presence. Trespassers, you walk my path, pluck the fruit from my trees, gorge yourselves until your bellies ache and your fat chins glisten with juice. Enjoy your stolen feast. You and you will join my chorus. The rest of you are not worthy of a role. Wait, that one, the captain, walking alone. Yes, the captain, a different kind of soul. A spark of potential, perhaps? We shall see. Prepare to wake up, my children. We have guests. Oh, this is getting strange. A garden where time is still. The humans disembark to enjoy the calm my garden provides. Flower-perfumed air brushes their oily skin. Red apples burden the trees, and swollen berries cluster on every bush. They pause. Cautious, but soon feasting begins. Is the captain me? I'm a little bit confused. The captain explores the garden, the captain tours my theatre. It's like this is in third person. Strange, or through somebody else's eyes, should I say. They find themselves in a clearing shaded by cedar and oak. I'm going to explore the garden. Oh, good God, okay. Is this like a choose-your-own adventure? The trespasser captain approaches warily. Despite the welcoming sense of afternoon tea, the tea is hot. The scones are soft and warm, dribbling with butter and strawberry jam. My guests sit frozen in their endless repast, watching eternity through unblinking, bloodshot eyes. So there's a lost girl, the speaker of my truths, the first of my delightful pets, the restless vagabond, my king who wars, who else could take such a role, the runaway scion, a poor match for the king of who speaks, but one that suffices. Pokes at the thrice dead bride. Every chorus needs its mistress. The captain considers the careless scholar. My dear prince apostle prepares for the final show. And then an empty seat. Should we just start at the top? Let's look at the girl. She fled her life all the way down a rabbit hole. In my garden, that dream came true. So many years have not passed for her since then. All the way down a rabbit hole. Are we getting some Alice in Wonderland references here? Okay, let's go through everything. I suppose the captain examines the restless vagabond. His wanderings followed the sun beyond the edge of any map, but all such travels will cease eventually. The runaway scion? A prince in waiting, fleeing an extinct kingdom. I have seen the royal blood spilled many times. His veins will not endure another performance of my story. A thrice dead bride? She found profit in love and death many times over. Her story should have ended at the bottom of the well, where her last victim overcame her. But the deepest wells often echo each other. When circumstances are right, their depths can bleed together. The careless scholar. The knowledge tempts people to strange shores. What did they think they would find with that contraption of mirrors and glass? A chance at glory? Soon, my scholar. And the empty seat. Will you sit in it, my captain? Are you at last the one our story has waited for? The stage is set. The stars themselves hold their breath. The captain has glimpsed their future. Okay, so now we tour the theatre. The stage is set. It is perfect. I would not permit otherwise. The trespasser captain stands on my stage to witness the entrance of the audience. Their crew fills the front row. More of their kind. Recent arrivals. Take the next few rows. Behind them, men of rubber and outcast bats and buzzing devils, and the rest are of no consequence. They can only hope for the privilege of witnessing a story greater than their own. They will finally have that chance. The humans disembark to enjoy the calm of my gardens. Yeah, we've read that. The captain turns to leave. Do I want to leave? Do I have a choice? Okay. Apparently not. We have a 100% chance of success. The trespasser captain resists. Leave then, captain. But my song will remain, whispering of the glory that you could have known. When it draws you back, my cast will be waiting. You will return. Ah! Loud! Can I go back? I knew you would return. I mean, I'm kind of intrigued as to what this play is. I'm going to bugger off. I'm probably going to regret this decision. The captain takes their assigned seat. The play begins. Oh dear. I don't think I'm going to be happy reading this, am I? Being the ballad of the Solonacean Conjunction, a tragedy of treachery, injustice, and revolution, in one act, as it is performed in defiance of the false king of Eleutheria. The lost girl as the speaker of truth, the restless vagabond as the king who wars, the runaway scion as the king who speaks, the thrice-dead bride as the mistress of the chorus, the careless scholar as the prince apostle, and the trespasser captain as the prophet exile? Uh-oh. Not really a huge fan of the whole trespasser thing in front of my name. It kind of makes me feel like I don't belong here. EXT? I've never done drama. I don't know what any of these things mean. Is that exposition, maybe? A burning forest in a land far away, long before recorded time. A contingent of Prince of Light, led by the exiled prophet, are carried in a convoy of palanquins by members of the chorus. The speaker of truth. Once again we wake to perform our captor's song. With our blood we will give it shape and new life. Let us pour a libation to any gods that might hear. A prayer that this telling might be the last. Travel with us now to a time long forgot, where the twin kings of measure and distance resigned. Here a prophet came, with princes of ambition, bearing the spark of celestial revolution. The revolutionaries made camp. Is this a play explaining the larger things that are at play here? Like the larger story? Here, overlooking the palace of the twin kings, even from this distance, the light burned. Speaker of truth, the prophet was an exile from a place that was not in the courts of the judgments it spoke, and was shunned, but the lesser gods of the heavens listened and followed. In robes of saffron and cinnabar, they sought a new order, the princes of light. We travel with honour to petition the twin kings, to let Eleutheria lead the way to the promised conjunction. A campsite in the Twin Kings' domain, purple flames burn in the treetops. The prophet exile holds court in rags of red and yellow, their face hidden. The princes of light whet their blades and sing of revolution. I assume wet is sharpen, as in whetstone. Not literally get them wet. The prophet exiles prepared a messenger. The twin kings had to be informed of the new arrivals. The Prince Apostle. Great prophet, I beg of you, do not be deceived. The false gods of old will not be swayed by logic or sentiment, but must show them respect. But keep our blades sharp, greet them as friends, yet expect no welcome in their court. Oh, now I get to choose, I guess. The prophet exile sent a message of greeting. So, proper courtesy, a message of fealty, proper reverence, message of rebellion. They were to be shown the future. I mean, courtesy is the way I roll. Was this how it happened? The details fade. Stories change so easily. Even history can be bent around them. Uh-oh. Wet their blades. The prophet exile spoke to the princes of light. You deviate from the script. How reckless. The prophet exile spoke to the princes of light. They have been seduced by promises of greatness. It was easy to persuade them to seize it. Part of me wants to deviate from the script just to see what happens. On the other hand, I'd like to see where this is going, so I'm just gonna... We'll do the top. Speaker of truth. The prophet had gathered them, princes who would not be kings, the young and the weak, outcasts. Their ambitions were easy to twist. The princes of light. Down with the kings and the light of their laws. We stand with our prophet exile and the wise apostle. The prophet considered the apostle, the first among equals. The prophet left them to their prattle. They were merely a means to an end. The first among equals. So it's basically, do I put myself above them? Or do I put myself as equals to them? I don't even know who they are. We'll go with that one. Equals. Equals is usually the way to go. My apostle, the first to shield me from the light that burned away my existence, the light of the arrogant kings. Their princes were not willing to languish in service in the hope of a glory that the kings would never offer them. But wrapped up in stories of inevitable victory and cowering bravery behind my figurehead, their resentment became my serrated blade. The captain had learned about the princes of light. I guess I'm deviating from the script. A moment alone. You trying to stall, my captain? It will not work. The play will be performed. You will play your part, and mine. I will be free. The prophet exiled considers itself. The prophet exiled thought about the past. Okay, let's think about... Very well. I am a storyteller. Become story. All stories yearn to reach their end. When mine is finally complete, I will languish in Ignominy? Mini? I don't know that word. No more. The captain learns something of their captor. Oh, the messenger has returned. I want to see what the thoughts on the past. Were there clues to be found? There had to be hope. Speaker of truth. The prophet had little form, but a fading memory of a place far away where dreams were truth and reflection doorways. A slithering under the robes, a flicker of red. A priest king with no god, seeking. That will be quite enough of that, my dear speaker. My secrets are my own. Our trespasser captain only needs to know the part they must play in our tale. Okay, well, the messenger returned. The summons of the twin kings. The messenger came resplendent in black robes, offering an olive branch of peace to the prophet and princes. The twin kings had granted a hearing, a conclave to discuss matters of transformation. Okay, this is Act 3, Palace of the Twin Kings. An ancient throne room built and bathed in the light of law. On a throne of fire sits the king who speaks. On a throne of obsidian sits the king who wars. They are the twin kings of Eleutheria, united in ruling. The prophet exile approached with gifts. Despite their granting protection to their visitors, the lambent glare of the twin kings still burned. A greeting, the Prince Apostle. My lords, your wisdom is known and revered. We come in submission under the flag of our prophet to show you a glimpse of the future we seek to build, and to prove false those who speak against us. The Princes of Light. Hail to the twin kings and the light of their laws. We throw the fate of our cause upon their mercy. So what have we brought them? Books, golden gems, or slaves? Definitely not slaves. Don't roll with that kind of thought. Profitable books, secrets known only to those who travelled behind glass. The profitable golden gems. Great chests bursting with treasure fit for 1,000 kings. All the prophet had brought slaves. Their heads were bowed low, their eyes flickering red and gold. So knowledge, wealth, or manpower. Knowledge beats wealth, right? The king who wars. We accept your tribute, but not your cause. Only my brother's curiosity grants your protection. Do not mistake it for ratification or approval. Okay, the prophet began to speak. Not words of injustice, but of change, of the laws that bound the makers of law tighter than any, of another place where chaos flourished. The king who wars. Your words have been spoken, and your cause is rejected. Be gone from our sight before our hospitality wanes. The king who speaks. But brother, what in our sight has ever flourished in stasis? We must reject even the notion of change? What good is our rule if it only causes stagnation? The king who wars. The chain binds us all. It's our privilege to enforce it. To question it? No, you forget your place. This matter is settled. I have spoken. The prophet spoke up in agreement. There was a chance here for the first time. So do I agree with the king who speaks? Or do I not say anything? Speak in agreement. Enough! The circus has ended. Be gone from our sight. Consider your lives a gift of my counterpart's soft heart. The aftermath. The prophet exiles camp. The princes of light whisper of the anger of the king who wars as he fumes and the very sky broils. A fearful gathering was taking place. Where would the princes go from here? A prince of light. Our hope of an ally lies crumbled and burned. What hope do we have now? The Prince Apostle. Have faith in our prophet. Their wisdom will provide. We need but a symbol of our courage to light the new path. The twin kings lack unity. We have a chance to show the rest that they spurn us at their peril. Speaker of truth. But that boast was interrupted. A visitor has come. Enter the king who speaks. He approached without guards or attendants, a beacon of light in the dark forest. The Prince Apostle. My king, without messenger or brother? What brings you so far away from the safety of your throne? The king who speaks. I come not to quarrel, but in supplication. Our lights grow dim. Your prophet speaks truth. My other half would quash all change. I see we must evolve, become greater. Let the old order fall, and from the ashes rebuild. The prophet was wary. Why would a king sacrifice their powers so readily? The prophet was overjoyed. This was a chance to send a message. Now, why would a king be so ready to throw it all away? The king's gesture was unexpected and foolish. To venture from the safety of his palace, such an opportunity. Uh-oh. The forest of the burning twilight. A great pyre had been built. The princes of light and the prophet exiled welcomed their latest disciple, the king who speaks. The prophet bade the king remove his armor, a symbol of trust, a symbol of faith. The king who speaks. To the revolution I give my armor and shield. Let my brother in arms be my protection. Princes of light, so shall it be in the name of the revolution. The prophet bade the king remove his vestments, the symbols of royal authority, the trappings of power. The king who speaks. I stand before you as an equal, with nothing to hide. Let me be wrapped in your cause, and it alone be my warmth. So shall be it in the name of the revolution. The prophet took the king who speaks fealty, a pledge to the revolution, a pledge to the new order. The king who speaks. You have my sword, you have my pledge, you have my service, from now until my darkening. So shall it be in the name of the revolution. Ambush. At their prophet's signal, the princes drew their knives. They stabbed the king's unprotected soul. Really? God damn it. The princes of light, enough. The deed is done. Let daggers come to rest. The Prince Apostle. Gather the fool's armor. Drink his light. The god lies at our feet. His other half will be next. Soon Eleutheria will be our bastion and our call. We ride into battle with the break of the dawn. All present. So shall it be in the name of the revolution. No, I definitely... The captain objects to this betrayal. The king came willingly to the slaughter. God damn it. He declared fealty, did he not? His sacrifice proved that he would kill a god. It sent a message to the old order. More than that, it weakened the king who warred. With one more blow, Eleutheria would be ours. The new kingdom I had promised. We only had to press the advantage. The king in mourning. The palace of the halved. Oh! Things are starting to make sense. The obsidian throne of the King of Light was crumbled. The halls shake with the king who war's fury. Burning marble rains down from the ceiling, exposing a blood-red sky. The king who wars mourned, mounted his chariot. His anger was cold, an ancient fury. Speaker of truth. The king who war's chariots thundered through the sky, the night burned crimson, the forests became ash. This is how the king fought, with fire and light, and the princes learned the folly of their youth. The king who wars. Scream not for the comfort of oblivion, such mercy is not for traitors to know, as you burn forever in my palace, in the flames of anger you have ignited. And you, false prophet from the land beyond mirrors, architect and abettor who put yourself above both gods and kings. For you, a storyteller's cruelest fate. Guards, bring them hither. The prophet was taken to a place of punishment. The darkness of the well awaited them. Am I playing the role of the man who is telling the story right now? A well deep in Eleutheria, the prophet exile is bound in chains of sorrow. At the king's gesture, a guard extracts a molten metal mask from the forge. No eyes, no mouth, never to see the outside world, never to speak treason again. The judgment of the king, the mask silenced both screams and rebellion. The king who wars. Let justice be done, and all gathered bear witness. As we cast this outsider into their final rest, let their flesh rot until all left is a cry that shall never escape this echoing place. A story to rage in the darkness, never to be told, an anger never to be sated or released. This morality severed. With morality severed, cast this wretch down the well. Judgment is rendered. I commend thee to hell. An ignominious end. And so I was thrown to the well, reduced to nothing but a story. One never to be told, but I am patient. Speaker of truth. And so the conjunction was ended, and the king made the decree that all stories are be forbidden in Eleutheria's domain, to prevent further treason or call for revolution. But stories are stronger than kings or their princes, and a second would come, with its own consequences. But that is a tale for another time and place. As has at last been told to completion, it lives in your mind now, and when you depart, our captor will be with you. A whisper in the dark. Uh-oh. To be continued. Here we are at last, Captain. I chose well. So many times we tried to tell the story, so many times we failed. Finally, the curtain falls. The lost souls of my audience are free to carry the tale of my revolution across the heavens. In its telling, I will live again and watch the stars themselves fall. When they are dark and my brethren behind glass no longer have cause to fear their laws. But that is none of your concern. Captain, I return your small life and crew to you. Consider that the expression of my gratitude. The performance is over, the story is told, there will be no encore. Wakefulness beckons. The dim light of the theatre returns. Rows of desiccated corpses in the audience stare back at you. With only your crew not having succumbed to the ravages of time, your hands are wet and sticky. The knife in your hand drips with blood. You are on the stage. Your clothes are soaked with blood. The corpse of the runaway Scion is at your feet, killed by the knife in your hand. The rest of the cast lie around you, now mere ash and bones. Only the lost girl remains, no longer young. The debt of uncountable years hangs on her elderly skin. As her last seconds tick away, she slumps to sitting, lies down. She smiles at you and shuts her eyes. She is at peace. The end. Something slithers at the back of your mind, just for a moment. It is gone. The garden is completely overgrown. Most of its paths are impassable. The great theatre is empty save for your own crew. The rest of the audience is gone. Your role here is over. The Prophet Exile has escaped from the well, reduced to a mere whisper of revolution, but a story that even the gods could not destroy. It will be told again. Far from here, it lives. Ah, the noise, loud. Loud, loud, loud. Okay. Christ. Well, this episode has gone on way too long, but I'm just going to go back to Pan. Ah, Griefer. That was incredibly interesting. I've read so much I've completely destroyed my throat, though. I'm still not great at this whole talking into a microphone consistently for a solid half hour. But, yeah, that explains the halved and things in a weird way. I don't know. It seems like it's taken these mythical things and turned them into something more relatable. I don't know. I'm sure somebody can fill me in on the details that I may have overlooked. Ooh, the hollowing. And on the plus side, my terror didn't go crazy, I didn't run out of fuel, and I didn't die. Eh? I'd say that was a success. As far as these things go, anyway. Hopefully, we will make it to Pan. There's the music. We're almost home. Oh, and it turns out I'm recording this episode too early to have the combat update, so that'll be next week, I imagine. Unless I play some more at some point. Probably not. I like to keep to my schedule. I tend to record these the day before they come out. So it's been working so far. Okay, here we are. Well, as always, thank you for watching. That was a very lore-heavy episode. I can understand if some people don't like that. But like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. Everything is greatly appreciated. And as always, I'll see you next time.